So Natalya, she's been wrestling for the WWE for such a long time now, but she's going on an 8-year drought without winning any kind of title ever. So no women's titles, no tag titles, absolutely none. So I mean, it's kind of sad that they don't value her as highly based on her, her history, her background, all those years she's been with the company. That she has to go out and get gigs and AAA, or she has to go do indie shows at like Bloodsport to get any fame or recognition. So just curious what you girls' thoughts are on, the fact that she's a veteran of the industry and the company. But she hasn't held a title for almost 10 years. It seems kind of ridiculous and kind of ludicrous that she's been there that long and she hasn't been she, that she hasn't been holding a title. So I'm curious what you guys' thoughts are on that.
I feel like she never got her flowers. Like, I feel like Natalya has always been one of those talents that were. Oh, sorry, all right, so you figure I want to say she debuted in what, 2008?
Something like
Because
that, yeah.
I think I was at the SmackDown live in Boston when she debuted with Victoria, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
So that's
I
like
feel
17 years.
Yeah, I feel like she never really was appreciated. And I feel like
No,
sometimes they would just throw a title on her just
for the
because
sake of it.
for the sake of it
Like,
and because of who her dad is.
yeah,
And she is, I would say, arguably probably one of the better technical female wrestlers that we've seen.
Yeah.
I think the problem with her is her talking skills. I
yeah,
always I always felt like Natty was not a natural born person on the mic, but when you listen, like when you watch her runs, I don't know if you guys watch Total Divas. I used to love Total Divas.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you watch her, like in her element, she's hysterical. She's funny. She's personable. But for some reason, when she's like on a scripted mic,
Oh my gosh, yes.
for me, I feel like it's almost like she's too in her head and just can't get the promo
Out.
right. But
Yeah.
when she's like in the comfort of her own home or whatever, she's funny, she's likable, she's personable. I don't know. Maybe again, some people are just not good at public speaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris, she's on the same boat as you. She's funny, she's cool. It's like you were saying, she actually debuted in WWE in 2007, so we'll go
2007.
18
Okay.
years there. Yeah, but almost half her reign in the company, and maybe one tag team title reign with Selena during the Thunderdome era, which was during the pandemic. Like, but other than that, like nothing. Like, come on.
Yeah, she's never gotten her flaw. I feel like she's never been appreciated. And I think and when I say they, I'm saying like obviously like the company. Um I think especially now, since it's been so long since she's held any title, I think she's at the point now where they're just using her to push younger talent. Like
Pour
they're
over
just
the other
using her
talent.
to elevate the other talent, kind of like how the Miz is doing. She's like the
Yeah,
female Miz right now. And it's like, yeah, it's nice to have them on the roster. They'll do a little squash match every once in a while, little feel good moment to see them come out, do a little match, work the house shows, whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like she never got the recognition she deserves, and I always thought she
no,
deserved a lot better. That's just
yeah.
my.
What are your thoughts, Beaky?
I agree with you, Drea. Natalya, she's underrated.
Oh,
Uh,
very much underrated.
she's one of the most underrated wrestlers.
Oh
Period.
yeah,
especially in the women's division. Like
Nothing.
she's been in the business for like almost 20 years or so, about
Yeah,
20.
well in WWE she's been there for 18, but overall she's been wrestling since 2000, so 20 25 years.
Yeah, because she
Oh,
wrestled in Japan.
over 20 years. Okay, over 20 years she's been wrestling. And it's sad that she hasn't won a title in 8 years, and it's time. At least, I mean, if you're not going to give her a main title, give her the internet. Give her some of the intercontinental title, like one of those mid titles, or
Yeah,
some like some
the
type of
the
title.
U.S. the U.S. the Intercontinental. No, if you want, you have her and Maxine like teaming up a lot of it, quite a bit lately. But why don't you put the women's tag titles on? You're not doing much with the tag titles. You're just flipping them around between, you know, Judgment Day in this team and Judgment Day in this team. Doesn't I mean you could put the tag titles on someone like Natty and Maxine. Help Natty like elevate Maxine's in ring ability on top of the fact that you could elevate some future talent, some young up and coming women's tag team, and eventually put them over in the end. So, I mean, you could kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, and this too. She seems to be getting more respect on the indies than in WWE. But when
Hmm.
I see, yeah, at least she's like winning matches. She's doing like blood sports shows for Josh Barnett. She's actually winning those matches, and she's so over with the crowd there. How it's
Yep.
not translating to TV, I don't know. But
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, because I mean, Natalya, she's it's a surprise that she is still wrestling,
oh my god,
and 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 around this time, okay, maybe she can choose to retire at this point,
she,
but she
she's
keeps
four, she's 43. She's 43 right now. Too.
yeah, and and she's gonna as I see, she's gonna keep wrestling until she dies. I mean that
Pretty much.
pretty much. I mean, wrestling is her passion, and we can see that. And I love, and that's what I love about a wrestler. Like if wrestling is your passion, that's good. That shows that you in it for the just for the sport, for the entertainment, for the just
For the
for
love of the game.
the game, the competition. Like you love to do this. You choose this over over something else. Like
Anything else?
there are some wrestlers that choose to just do this just to get into Hollywood.
Because
Right. Get a
yeah,
paycheck.
and you,
That's
and you can
because
tell.
she has the
You
passion.
can tell.
The passion to do it, and and
Yeah,
she keeps going.
yeah, you see the wrestlers that are in it that want to do it because it's all they know. It's the love of the game for them. They're not in it for the paycheck. They're not in it for making a fortune or getting famous or going to Hollywood. They're just in it because they love what they do and they love performing and they're ringing all the time. And there's other people you can tell that their heart's not in it. They're just like doing what the bare minimum to get by, get on screen, so you can get like that Hollywood payday. And then once you get that Hollywood payday, it's like, knows? I'm done. I'm gonna go to Hollywood. I'm gonna go start my acting career. I'm gonna get into the music industry. I'm gonna do all this stuff and become a celebrity. Congratulations. Why did you enter the wrestling business?
Yeah, and Natalia, she is not that person, and it's like it's like she needs to win something. I'm sorry, she deserves it. She really deserves it, and I'm not a diehard fan of hers, but she
Yeah, but
really deserves it. She's least problematic. She's I mean, everybody gets along with her, even in the locker room. I mean, that she barely has any backstage heat or anything like
no.
that. She's good. Like
She just be at home with her cats, just just
yeah.
chilling.
Her husband,
She ain't in nobody's business.
yeah. She's a
Just at home
sweetheart.
with her kitties. Just out the way. Mm.
I mean, exactly like you're saying, she's just in it. She's unproblematic. You don't have to hear about any issues with her. Her and Tyson, train like all the future stars and the younger talent in the company and everything. And plus, on top of that, you think she's the longest tenured woman in that company by far, and you can't afford to just, hey, let's like, give her flowers, show her some love, give her some recognition. Like how many times have we seen her, like her highlights for when she does like a blood sport event, or if she does like some indie show or something? She's like, how much do we see any of her stuff? But gosh, well, you have like someone like Dominic doing a AAA appearance or something, and you see him, you see all his appearances and how they hype him. But she doesn't get the same love. She doesn't get the same respect. She doesn't get the same
Right.
admiration. And she's been one of the longest tenured people in that company, not only male but female too. And it's like it's kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, right? It's not even about. It's like, I don't know. For me, it's like it's not even about winning a belt or holding any type of title. Because you can be a larger than life wrestler without having to have had titles or all these accolades under your belt. Like, I mean, look at Dusty Rhodes, just somebody off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like, you think of Dusty Rhodes, yeah, he never was a heavyweight champion or a WWE champion. But when you think of some of the all-time greats, he's one of the people that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Where, I just feel like Natty never got that. Like, she's had some good feuds and she's had some, really good matches. But I just feel that there's, like, she just always would kind of get, like, thrown into something or thrown into a storyline or just all these squash matches that nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
For real. And for that, like, it sucks. Like, for WWE, this is what I'm telling for that. But I think we all are in agreement.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. I just feel like she just never got the recognition that she deserved. She never got the right push, I guess. Like, and it's not like the fans don't like her. The fans like her. They cheer for her when she comes out. It's not like, she's getting dead air when she comes out. Like, the fans like her. She gets a reaction.
And she is
so sweet too. She is such a nice, sweet person. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know where the disconnect is. I'm not. I mean, unless the only other thing I can think of is that she maybe doesn't want to be a champion. Maybe her objective now is to kind of well, maybe she wants to have the role where she's helping usher in the newer talent, and she doesn't want to overshadow, or she doesn't want to pull a Mercedes Moné and have 19 championships.
Don't get me started on her. Like, we'll get into her later on in the show. I'm over it already.
That's the only other thing that, again, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, and I always like try to look at two sides of the coin. Maybe that's where she's at. Maybe she's like, you know what? I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to be the champion. I don't want to have this, excruciating travel schedule. I like where I'm at right now. I like not putting my body on the line every week. Maybe she's happy and content with that. I don't know.
It could be. That could be too.
Again, I'm just trying to see it from both sides.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, if that's the case, then that is so unselfish of her.
And I appreciate that too. But they always say, it. I'll leave it as saying this too, is that like all of our favorites, if you think about it in the long run, none of them are ever going to truly get their flowers or their respect or their appreciation until long after they're retired or long after they're dead, because they don't get the appreciation now. You see people all the time. They're like, yeah, they suck, and then all it takes is them leaving the company, them retiring, or them dying, and they're like, oh my gosh, this person was so good. They were so talented, so amazing. It's like, why didn't you say this back then when they were still on top of their game?
Yeah, I mean, classic example of Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what you got until, they say you don't know what you got until it's gone, right?
You everybody wants Cross. You want Cross. Well, what about last year? Why all of a sudden now? Like, that's another subject for another day that I'm still cranky about. So I'm still pissed about. But again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I don't work for WWE, so
None of us do.
me,
None of us do. So, oh my gosh.